Welcome back to Euro Football Daily for this week's Euro transfer talk. As you're well aware, it's been a big 7 days in the sport, so let's jump straight into it. There was only really one place we were going to start, wasn't there? An association that began in the year 2000 has now come to an end after Barcelona announced Lionel Messi would not be renewing his contract with the club, with the 34-year-old hosting an emotional press conference on Sunday as he spoke to the media. In this appearance, he echoed President Joan Laporta's comments that the deal was agreed between all parties. However, it was ultimately La Liga regulation that prevented any contract from being signed. So despite being willing to halve his income at the Camp Nou, Barca's enormous player wage to revenue ratio, believed to be at a staggering 95% even without Messi's wages, far exceeds the 70% limit imposed by the Spanish football authorities. So with his Barcelona career at an end, for now attention turns to where he might be playing football this season. Whilst Messi didn't give anything away when asked about the PSG rumours, saying they are a possibility but there's nothing confirmed. I got a lot of calls, a lot of teams were interested, but right now there's nothing. However, it is believed that he could well be announced as a Paris Saint-Germain player within the coming days, if not hours. With his 50% wage discount only something he was willing to do at Barcelona, the expected figure that the French side will have to pay the recently crowned Copa America winner is €25 million per year after tax. The contract would also tie Messi down until 2023 with the option for a further year, by which point he'd be 37 and probably ready for that stint in the MLS that he appears keen on. However, it appears that Barcelona are making a last-ditch attempt to prevent their icon from completing his move to the French capital. A lawsuit has been lodged in France on behalf of the Catalan club's members, alongside a complaint to the European Commission, which indicates that PSG should not be able to sign Lionel Messi as their finances are just as bad. It outlines that in 1920, Barcelona's salary to income ratio was 54%, while PSG's in the same period was 99%, and since then the French club's salary total has only risen, especially with the number of high-profile signings already made this summer, including the likes of Gianluigi Donnarumma, Achraf Hakimi and Sergio Ramos. Naturally though, it's expected that this lawsuit is really nothing more than a last-minute act of desperation to prevent the inevitable. And besides, PSG are already making plans to present Messi as a player, with the intention being to light up the Eiffel Tower, much like they did upon Neymar's signing with the club back in 2017. As ever though, we want to hear from you guys at home. Just how much have you loved this Messi saga? Let us know in the comments below. And Barcelona fans, I'm like, if you are new to the channel though and want loads more transfer news, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button to never miss a video on Euro Football Daily. As you'd expect, PSG's focus on Lionel Messi has had a knock-on effect elsewhere, and the first rumour regards a player they were interested in but now likely won't sign, at least not this summer. Eduardo Camavinga appeared to have three main suitors during this window: PSG, Real Madrid and Manchester United. The 18-year-old's preference was of course that switch to Los Blancos, but after their interest cooled, the Rennes midfielder was keen on a switch to the French capital. Now obviously they're a little preoccupied with the Messi signing, which is leaving the door open to Manchester United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side are viewed as the ideal destination by Camavinga's agent Jonathan Barnett too. With just 12 months left on his deal, he has no interest in signing an extension before the end of August, in which case he'll be able to leave the Roazhon Park for free next summer. This is something that club sporting director Florian Maurice recently conceded on a French radio show. Maurice said, "When a player's contract expires, we either renew it and find a solution, or we have to find a solution to an exit, and I know what he wants." So it seems Camavinga's exit is inevitable, but do you think Manchester United can get a deal over the line before the end of the window, or does the youngster's future lie elsewhere? Let us know in the comments below. However, it seems the biggest victim of Messi's imminent arrival in Paris will be none other than Mauro Icardi, who switched from Inter Milan to PSG back in 2019, initially on a loan deal. Le Parisien then paid the €50 million it was necessary to make the move permanent, after the Argentine effectively forced the move away from the San Siro after falling out with the board due to comments about his wife and agent Juan Donara made about the club. 2 years later, and it looks like it will be in PSG's best interest to find a buyer for the 28-year-old as they look to offset some of Messi's huge wage. Fortunately for them, one Serie A club could soon come calling to fill their own gap up top: Jose Mourinho's Roma. However, Icardi isn't Roma's main target. In fact, they've reportedly agreed a €35 million fee with Chelsea for none other than Tammy Abraham. So Mauro Icardi right now is going to be stuck in Paris. The reason Roma are targeting strikers and look to have agreed that deal with Tammy Abraham is that they appear to be currently strikeless because leading man Edin Dzeko is in line for a bizarre switch to Inter Milan. The Bosnian, whose 121 goals has him third in the Giallorossi's all-time scoring charts, is set to leave the Stadio Olimpico after 6 years at the club. The fee will be less than €2 million, with the 35-year-old effectively coming to the San Siro as Romelu Lukaku's replacement, expected to put pen to paper on a 2-year deal worth €120,000 a week, about 20% less than Dzeko was due to earn at Roma in the final year of his contract. But that's not where the rumours end coming out of Milan, as the Nerazzurri have also been linked with moves for both Duvan Zapata of Atalanta and Manchester United's Anthony Martial. Considering their financial situation, it's hard to see how they might pull these moves off, but regardless, the rumours are doing the rounds. 30-year-old Zapata is said to be available to Inter for €40 million and has scored 56 league goals in the past 3 seasons at a rate of 1 every game and a half. However, this is also dependent on Atalanta finding a decent replacement. As for Martial, new Inter boss Simone Inzaghi is keen on bringing the Frenchman on a season-long loan deal. However, United would prefer the attacker, who has scored 78 goals in 258 games, to leave on a permanent basis, and would settle for a £50 million offer in order to let the 25-year-old leave. But there is apparently hope that, considering the good relationship between the two clubs, with Ashley Young, Alexis Sanchez and of course Lukaku swapping Manchester United for Milan in recent years, they could well get this deal over the line. I highly doubt it. And finally, in Inter news, a quick Lautaro Martinez update. Over the weekend, it emerged that Arsenal and Atletico Madrid's target was subject to a £60 million bid from Tottenham Hotspur. Firstly, it turns out that figure was apparently underestimated, with Corriere dello Sport suggesting the total value was actually closer to 80 million, as the club tried to do what they can to convince Harry Kane to stick around in North London. But right now at least, it appears that the highly sought after 23-year-old is content to remain with Inter Milan amidst all of the off-the-pitch chaos. His agent Alejandro Camano has insisted his client is happy to stay in Italy, saying he's never going to fight with Inter to leave the club, he's an Inter player and his decision is to stay. Is that the end of it though? Seems like Martinez won't be leaving, but do you believe his agent? Let us know in the comments below. To the Bundesliga now, where Hertha Berlin sensation Matheus Cunha has seen his reputation increase after performing for Brazil at Tokyo 2020. The attacker, whilst yet to represent the full team, has scored 21 goals in 24 games with the under-23s, including the opener in their 2-1 Olympic triumph over Spain. The 22-year-old has spent 18 months in the German capital after joining them from RB Leipzig for €18 million and has been their star performer. In an otherwise underwhelming campaign for Hertha, finishing just 2 points above the relegation spot, Cunha contributed 11 goals playing off the left wing, with no one outscoring his 7 strikes. His 3 dribbles, 2.6 shots and 1.8 key passes were also far more than any of his teammates. So after an impressive summer, it's no wonder Cunha, who got his break in Europe as an 18-year-old playing for Swiss side FC Sion, is on the radar for a number of clubs, most notably Atalanta and Leeds. With a reported price tag of €25 million, the Ellen Road club believe he's well within their reach, with the appeal of a move to the Premier League and playing alongside his compatriot Rafinha working in their favour. However, Atalanta are of course in the Champions League, something Cunha experienced very briefly with Leipzig in 1920, and no doubt wants to return to. Keep an eye on his name in the weeks to come. So that's all for today's episode of Euro Transfer Talk. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Let us know your favourite rumour of the week and what you've made of the Messi situation. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.